To young white incels, from the blog at GabrielHuddleston.com. A feminist, fatherless, woke society really has put you in a very difficult place. There really is a massive shortage of good women and a vast surplus of bad ones. If you somehow did manage to find a good woman, not only did many of you not have a father to teach you how to relate to her, but you live in a society where even your most noble advances might be seen as toxic masculinity. The standards are completely arbitrary and ever-changing. Masculine virtues really have been downplayed and masculine aspiration dismissed. You want something more than just life as a cog in the statist machine, but society tells you to shut up and make room for the boss babes and the slay queens. You understand at a visceral level that there is something wrong with the way that society views you as completely replaceable. You can feel that women actually aren't as big or as strong or as skilled at, man things as you are, and yet society insists that anything you can do, she can do better, and in high heels. And it's not just women. Anybody with a higher melanin count than you is also clearly more qualified. To top it all off, influencer after influencer and film after film are happy to bundle up all of the problems of society, the society your forefathers built, and lay them directly on you. I understand your need for purpose and for respect and for conquest. You have every right to desire those things. You were made by God for those things. But don't be deceived by counterfeits. There are people who will tell you that it is everyone else's fault, who will offer hope to you in the form of escape from responsibility. They will tell you to blame the Jews, or the blacks, or the women, or the Matrix. And there's plenty of fault to go around, as acknowledged above. It is completely appropriate to courageously acknowledge the facts on the ground. But you will not find any freedom in blaming others for your situation. The deck may indeed be stacked against you. The game may indeed be rigged. But the hero does not complain about the adversity. He overcomes it. He does not spend his time bemoaning the difficulties into which he was born, but rather he surmounts them. The hero thanks God for the crucible, for he wants to become gold. Young men, you have been given a cosmic opportunity. You've been placed in a time where knights are few and dragons are many. You can listen to the grifters who market masculinity like it's merchandise. These con artists promise to make a man out of you, but they really just want to make a pawn out of you. If you stay angry, you stay useful. They are only rallying you for war because they want to be the general. But real manhood beckons, and it is not trending on Twitter. If you want to be a dragon slayer, you must start by slaying the dragon of sin in your own heart. And this can only be done in the power of the one who crushed the head of the serpent 2,000 years ago. Come to Jesus and be made alive. Be freed from sin and enslaved to Christ. It is only when you fear God that you will be a fearless man. Then, we are in a target-rich environment. Islam needs to be fought in the courts and halls of power, stopped dead in its violent advances in the streets, and beaten in the mathematical game of fruitful households. Most of all, and not at all contrary to the foregoing, it needs to be undermined by the spiritual power of the gospel. Feminism needs to be eradicated, but if you choose the path of angry bitterness, you will only empower the arguments of the feminists. They will be able to keep people in the longhouse by showing them pictures of what awaits them outside. God designed women to follow the lead of men. Feminism cannot survive when men rise up in love and kindness and authority and courage and simply pick the mantle of masculinity back up and advance. So instead of trying to shout down the whiny women who want to have their cake and eat it too, recognize that they are irrelevant, and they deserve firm but gentle rebuke, and then to be ignored. They are powerless against the magnetism of godly masculinity. And the men who simp for their favor? Cowardice crumbles before courage. Even the women that they pander to will soon despise them, if they don't already. Zionism needs to be dismantled. Israel does not own America, and America owes nothing to Israel beyond the duty of just dealings. But an attitude of animosity seasoned with a swastika tattoo only strengthens the hand of the Zionists. Worse than that, it's simply evil. We don't help anyone by responding to corruption with injustice. So ask the questions, speak the truth, rebuke the corruption, but do it like a hero, not like a mobster. Anti-white racism needs to be destroyed. Young black criminals need to be fearlessly stopped in the streets and prosecuted in the courts. A racist media needs to be ignored, shouted down, rejected, and replaced. DEI must be thoroughly wadded up and tossed into the rubbish bin of history. But you don't beat anti-white hatred with anti-black hatred. Sin, not skin, is the problem. The black community is broken, and breaking the white community won't help anything. We must pursue justice, not vengeance, and we must invite our black neighbors to join us on the right side of history, where every people and tribe is welcome at the foot of the cross. The Matrix must be dethroned, but this cannot be done by sitting around overdosing on red pills. This is done by building something real and true. This is done by becoming a child of King Jesus, walking in his light, and speaking the truth wherever you go. This is done by building a big and beautiful family and courageously protecting them from whatever threats are right in front of you. This is done by calm and consistent courage, not by name-calling and meme-sharing. This is done by eating protein and doing push-ups, not by conspiring on Reddit. Know the truth, and he shall set you free. Then spread the truth, and he will set others free too. Young men, you are needed. There really is a war on. I cannot promise that coming to Jesus will make your life easier. In fact, most likely it will make it harder. But I can promise that Jesus will make your life worth living. He will give you purpose and power, fulfillment and freedom, forgiveness and fire in your bones. If you listen to the hate hustlers, you will simply become a dragon yourself. But if you go to war in the power and under the authority of Jesus Christ, you will become a dragon slayer.